All righty then. Hello, everybody. It's day 150 in the second year of the RobLynn Live Network's presentation of RobLynn Live and Ollie.
Oh, Wonder Dog.
True. This is 150 days in the second year. And if you include the first year, we have 515 consecutive RobLynn Live.
Wow.
515.00. 515.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, the lady says. All right, this is the 21st day of January, 2024. You've got the RobLynn Live Network. And you've got RobLynn Live and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
True, buddy. Okay. Let's tell you the game plan for tonight. We are live streaming on our YouTube channel, but we're coming to you on OConnect. So it's OConnect live streaming to the YouTube channel for about 20-25 minutes, and we'll get the RobLynn Live's famous Ollie Boy contest up and running, and we'll do the guesses, and then prior to announcing the winners, we will switch over to just OConnect. We'll give you one of these. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to OConnect, but don't do it yet, Chris. Don't do it yet. No. Okay, so here we go. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live with Marty and Chris. Chris was in Georgia, about halfway through the state of Georgia on his way, and tonight he's resting in a rest area at the Georgia-Florida state line. It's the Florida Welcome Center.
Is it nice there?
It's brand new. It's beautiful. It's about 2 years old.
Yeah.
It has plenty of parking for trucks and trailers and cars and boats and RVs like Chris's RV. So
RVs that go around the nation, they need these rest stops.
They need the rest areas, sure, and they need the truck stops because that's a good place to fuel, shower, and eat. Or eat, fuel, and shower, either way. Now Chris is getting that down to a science. He's got his Love's card to where he gets 10 cents a gallon off.
That's a lot of discount, right? Because if you're fueling, I don't know how often he has to fill up his tank, but I'm sure the gas.
Well, for every $200, he saves 20.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
It's significant, yeah.
Right. So that was them at 10 a.m. Then at 12 noon, it was Straight Talk. Oh, yeah. Straight Talk with RobLynn and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
Woo, he was in his form today. He was sleeping, I think, at noon. All right. Then at 2 p.m., Along Came Heroes. That has, let's see, Comfort Confor, Andy Burks. All the OTech pros were there except for Vincent Ete. I didn't see Vincent.
Yeah.
And that's that. And they answered some questions today. Lynn Nakamoto was there. She was a speaker as well. Last night, I'd like to bring up the Papua New Guinea webinar. It was on at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hosted by Marty DeGarmo. And he was instrumental in getting David Bacow in as a founder years and years ago, about the time Marty got in. And there's several thousand Papua New Guineans, if that's the right way to say that, that are in ONPASSIVE. So last night it was welcome back Papua New Guinea because they stopped doing the webinars about a year and a half ago. And probably should have kept them going, but for whatever reason, we were tired or whatever it was, whoever was running the webinars. And Lynn was instrumental in getting it started and keeping it going. And then one Saturday night, I guess Marty, after speaking with Ash, decided to curtail it and come back and do it another time. So that being said, last night there were 1,977
almost 2,000
attendees, almost 2,000, and it used to run about 220, 210, or 168, 178, something like that. So to have almost 2,000 people from around the globe supporting the fine folks at Papua New Guinea, not too shabby, kids, not too shabby. So we'd still like to send out our love, light, and prayers to Robin Noble and Pat Parrott, who are under the weather. And we hope and pray that they both get better sooner than later. Now it's 8 p.m. and we are on strictly the eastern side. We're on the eastern side of 8 o'clock. We didn't make it to the southeastern side, so we're right on schedule. It's 7 minutes past the hour.
Not bad.
You've got RobLynnLive Network's presentation of Ali
the Wonder Dog,
along with RobLynnLive. He brings us to the table with him.
And if you noticed, my name is usually Lynn Nakamoto, but Chris was advising me that you can change the name. You know what I mean? When you're on the webinar, you can change it. You can have up to 20 characters. And I thought, oh, that's a good thing to remember to do. So we could change it to RobLynnLive for our show. No, it's just a great feature.
It's a very nice feature, and we're glad to be able to do that. So we're on YouTube. Compliments of Mr. Mafar. We're live streaming. We're on OConnect, and we'll go strictly to OConnect in about 25, 30 minutes. But we like to give people a chance if they want to sign up and register to be part of Lynn's organization. All they got to do is go to RobLynnLive.ai. That's our domain, or Lynn's domain. That will get you right in there, and you just fill it out, and you get yourself a, what do you call it? An O-mail, add a password, and away you go. You get 3 free for thee
and
me.
So it's worth it. No.
3 free products.
You don't have to pay anything, so it's worth it.
No money out of pocket. That's the way we like it. Yeah. And you get O-Trim, O-Mail, and O-Net.
Oh.
And we just got a super sticker. Thank you very much to First Girl, Irina Stek-Sala. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Very kind of you, madam. Thank you.
And not only that, but she's with us every night.
Every night.
Never miss it.
Without fail. I think she had a birthday or something a few weeks ago. That was the only time.
Wow.
Not too shabby.
It's pretty good, I must say. And I can see, I'm taking a peek in there, and I see Michael Chata in there helping to greet people there. Thank you, Michael Chata. He's one of our mods and very, very consistent in helping us in the chat. Appreciate you.
All right. Now, we've got some announcements, but we're going to do the announcements after we go to OConnect, because the announcements really pertain to OConnectors.
That's true. And don't forget now, if you guys are currently on the live stream, you're in Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, X, and LinkedIn, you can feel free to come over to OConnect. Michael Chata has posted the OConnect attendee link. It's in the YouTube live right now. Okay, so just look for it and click that link. And for those of you who are already in ONPASSIVE, you can click the link and you can join us here in OConnect. If you're not an ONPASSIVE customer yet, you'll need to join ONPASSIVE through our domain name, which is
RobLynnLive.ai.
So all you do is go to RobLynnLive.ai and register, and then you'll be able to click the attendee link and join us on OConnect. So hopefully that's clear to you.
RobLynnLive.ai. That's how you get into OConnect with Lynn's organization. Okay. Please pray for Ash and his family, which includes Ash Mahan, his wife, and Omar, the author at age 9.
Wow.
And Yusuf, who is the astronaut. He's going to be an astronaut when he grows up. He's, I think he's 4 or 5 or 6. I think he's 5.
Somebody might know.
Somebody knows, I'm sure. So that all being said, include in your prayers the fine folks in the tech team, the support team, and the media team, please, for their good health and safety. Please. And Delisa's here. she happens to be in Destin, Florida, where it's probably freezing cold there too.
Are you gonna meet up with Chris Delisa? Because we're gonna try to meet up with him.
Now, Gene Oliva just said I'm a bona fide jingle artist. That's probably it because I can't sing a song all the way through. You're right.
Mhm.
So thanks. Hey, I'm going to take that and run with that. Anything from Gene Oliva, that is a good compliment because she can sing
Yeah.
a lot better than me. All right. Thank you, Gene. I'll consider myself a jingle artist. Woo. All right. So that's it for there. The announcements are coming when we go to Strictly OConnect. So now, if we may, I think it's time for
The contest.
Where's Ollie?
And make sure that people know that tonight's topic is
Creating 3D animations. And we thought that'd be interesting just to see how they are actually created, the steps involved. There's like 12 steps involved. And I didn't know that. I thought you just typed a few things in and away you went.
Oh, no.
So we're hoping that Chris Tiazone will be able to show us an example of a 3D.
And he'll do that during community time. So be sure to stay with us through the whole show, okay? And remember now, if you would like to know where Ollie is, because we're going to do the Where's Ollie contest, you're going to have to come over to OConnect because we're going to tell you the answer and let you know who the winners are on OConnect, right? And Ollie's question of the evening is...
Ollie's question, have you done anything with 3D yourself?
Okay, so be thinking about that because we'll be asking you that.
That's your question.
Community time.
Now, Delisa has a question. Do we know what Chris's route is? Yes, we do. Now, if you hopped on I-10, you could probably wake him up in the morning at 7 a.m. He's at the Florida-Georgia line at the Florida Welcome Center. That's where he's spending the night. I spoke to him a little while ago. So, up to you. It's what is it? 4 hours for you? 3.5, 4 hours. Why not get in the car and give him a breakfast? Wake up.
Any of you who are in Florida or really near Florida, you should join us. I don't know how many will show up, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot because think about it. Georgia had 30. Can you imagine Florida? It's a huge state with how many millions?
Hundreds and hundreds. Oh, millions? There's probably 14 million, 15 million people here.
Highly populated state because it's so large.
Right.
So I can imagine. I wouldn't even be surprised if we had 50 or 100.
Could be 50 or 100 now.
Yeah, it's going to be a big
Chris
turnout.
is right on. He's on 75 south now, heading south. In the morning, he's going to start heading after breakfast, I guess. And somebody gave him breakfast sausage, so he's going to have his breakfast sausage
that's cute.
before he heads out over to his cousin, who has a large property with 3 RV hookups and everything. So he'll have a place to hook up in New Smyrna Beach. Now, that's the Daytona area, okay? He's thinking about heading straight down 75, and we could possibly do a meetup somewhere in the center of the state. We could do something in Tampa, perhaps. It's up to Chris.
Yeah.
It's up to Chris.
Yeah.
So
he has to strategize where to have the meetup, you know? It's going to have to be... Okay, 1 second.
All righty. Oh, and I did want to mention, Gene mentioned something about the meets. I can't read that. The live stream stopped.
The live stream stopped, but we want to thank Francis Tay for his super sticker.
Thank you, Francis. We appreciate that very much. What is near 75 Mid-State? Tampa, Ocala, Gainesville. Now, Gainesville would be a good place to meet up because there's places for him to pull over and restaurants and all sorts of stuff. Ocala, same thing. So that's what's Mid-State. Then Orlando is at I-4, Interstate 4, right square in the center of the state. So that was my suggestion to Chris tonight is maybe do something in Orlando and go visit your cousin, and then maybe do something in Tampa when you're on your way out of the state or whatever. And I offered to drive over and pick him up so he doesn't have to drag his. I just answered that one,
okay.
Gene's. But but he says that half the fun is driving that motorhome around. And now that he's not on the ice and snow, it's pretty safe for him.
I'm sure he's relieved.
Yeah, and it's not a 40-footer as I thought it was initially. It's a 24-footer, so it's really manageable. It's like a large Cadillac with a big, big box around it. Size-wise, if that makes sense to everybody.
Right.
And yes, Chris is cooking tonight. He probably already has. Someone brought him steaks, Gene, as you probably heard him say yesterday. And he's going to cook up a steak.
He's happy.
Now, his doggy is probably going to have a little piece of steak, too, because he does share with his dog.
I think Gay Ling brought him steak.
Gay Ling, I believe you're right on that. So
he knows he's a carnivore.
Right. So I don't know about being in Florida, Gene. It was 33 degrees here this morning when I went out in my bare feet to take the trash out. So that was a little bit rough on the feet.
Oh, so cold. Today I took Ollie for a walk and I looked at my phone and looked at the temperature. It said 60 degrees. I went, oh, freezing cold.
You gave it one of these.
Yeah. So I put on sweatpants. I put on 2 long sleeve shirts, layering. And I had a jacket and I put on my beanie and I put on my hoodie. And I should have brought gloves because my hands were cold.
60 degrees and she was doing
shoes and socks, of course, but I noticed the wind goes through the sweatpants. I was like, next time I have to wear, maybe I'll wear leggings and sweatpants and for sure gloves because my hands were freezing.
And I see Melanie has done 3D reels in Facebook.
Wow.
We'll talk about that at community time, Mel. That sounds outstanding.
She said she's done Facebook reels in 3D style. So through Facebook, they must have an option to make 3D.
Sure.
That's pretty fancy.
All right. Before we get too carried away here, let's read what Gene had to say. Lynn, your comments on heroes were so excellent. You have a real gift of clear and heartfelt expression. Oh, that's very nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gene. That's very kind of you to say.
And here, Delisa says, yes, I want to meet up with Chris too. And she asked for the route information, which you just gave.
Yeah, basically the route is 75 south and then heading over to New Smyrna Beach. And then there'll be some other rerouting because Florida's such a big state. So we'll have to see what happens. He said he'd let us know tomorrow.
We don't know what time or even what day, if it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday, but we're ready. Whenever that is, we're hopping in our car and meeting up with you guys.
We'll gas up tomorrow and we'll have a good old time.
Yeah, and if we have to, I guess we can go live on the road.
We're going to go live on the road.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do a joint live with Chris or something like that.
It's a likelihood that it might be around lunchtime, I'm guessing. It might be at lunchtime.
Well, we don't know.
Which is our thing. Could be not. I don't know.
Could be 3 o'clock. Could be 4 o'clock.
True.
It won't be at night. That's for sure. Because Chris shuts down at 4 p.m., 4 or 5 p.m. because of his eyesight. He's not real good with night vision. So.
And Jean says, we had about 6+ inches of snow here in Pennsylvania. Very magical. Definitely cold. I can't imagine that. Must be super, super cold. And Don Swihart says to me, I will trade temps with you. And Delisa says, we are not used to this here in Florida.
30 degrees in January is a little bit unusual.
Yeah. And look at John Barilla. He says, I had 5 layers on my house, Lynn, and my long johns. It was 43 degrees here just a little while ago, but the heat is back on now and I'm warming up. Thank goodness.
Good for you,
I
John.
don't know how you handled it was a full day, right? Without heat.
All last night.
You're tough.
And they told him that the repairman was on the way last night, and it looks like the boiler has been repaired.
Yeah.
Just a couple hours ago. So it took all day.
Oh my God.
All night, John was in the 30, 40 degrees in the house.
Oh my gosh, you must have suffered.
All right, could we have the prompter, please?
All right, sure.
No, we don't need the prompter. We're going to do the Ollie Boy contest right now, if we could.
I guess we could play the song. It's not going to be the live stream stopped, so we're not live streaming now. But
let's have the song.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
All right, we're going to have the theme song, and we'll play it 3 times just so everybody can have a blast.
And the theme song is, you can give a little background of the theme song while I put
The theme song was composed and written by John Barilla, sang by John Barilla, and had a piano accompaniment, which you'll notice, by Chris Tiazone. So Chris is the pianist here, and John is the resident baritone.
Wow. And I like to play the theme song because it makes me happy. It truly does. It's very uplifting and joyful. So we
Yeah.
hope you agree. And here we go. Okay, what happened to the sound? Okay, we're playing it. Here we go. And it says the sound is up. Hmm.
This is a month. That's probably part of the problem.
Hold on.
Battery 100%.
Not too shabby, if I say so myself. It does kind of put a little bounce in your step, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right, all right. Thank you to Mr. Barilla for singing that, Mr. Tiazone for accompanying that, and John Barilla for composing and writing the lyrics for that. Incredible stuff, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. He is our resident baritone. And stick around for community time tonight.
Oh, no sound. No, we were unmuted.
So what
it
now?
It didn't play at all for you guys. Just we want to know if they play. If anybody heard it.
Did anybody hear the song? Hello.
Did anybody hear it? Now we can hear, but you couldn't hear the music at all.
You didn't hear the music?
Oh, so we were just.
So we're singing along for nothing. Now we can hear. I heard it. Dawn heard it. Okay, that means everybody probably heard it for the most part.
Well, some people didn't, but as long as Dawn heard it, then we know it was working okay. Yeah.
Gayling Matthews is in the house.
Mel said she heard everything. Gayling, who was in Georgia.
Georgia.
Lucky you, Gayling.
All right, all right. She got to meet up with Uncle Chris, the captain.
Oh, yeah. She had a blast.
The road warrior extraordinaire, and his Detroit Lions beat my Buccaneers 31-23. Oh, yeah. So the Bucs are going home, and they're probably, let's see, from Detroit. Yeah, they're probably already home after their showers, and they're crying in their soup because they'll be going to the Super Bowl as visitors.
I don't think she's here. I'm looking. I think they were
Oh.
talking about her, but I
Could
don't
be.
think she's here.
All right. Let's get this show on the road, which I think we've already done. But let's bring up the presentation board. Could we see where Ollie is, please? RobLynnLive.ai. All right, here we go. There's Ollie. Ooh, he appears to have plenty to eat tonight. Ooh, what is that, knishes?
John says, that's okay. I've heard the theme song before. Very funny.
Yeah. Well, technical difficulties.
That's funny.
You're going to have that occasionally here at
No
RobLynn
theme
Live.
sound on my small phone. I couldn't access the unmute button, but if it were on my laptop, I would have heard it. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you for
Couldn't
letting
hear
us
you,
know.
love you guys. Okay. That was Gayling Matthews.
Where?
Right there. Up.
Oh, I just saw her name.
All right.
Gayling, are you here with us? I'm excited.
Thank you for being here, Gayling. We appreciate you. And we're not muted now. All right. There's the background. And tonight is 3D animation and what it takes to come up with 3D animation, producing that. And should be fun. We're hoping at the end that we can just pop one up on the presentation board from Chris, just to give you an idea what's all involved in a 3D animation. All right.
Thank you.
And Mel has already said familiar with it through Facebook. So there's probably others of you who have done these 3D animations with Facebook.
There's some people here that have experience with that stuff. So we hope that you'll share that with your experiences with us. We can all learn together.
All right, here we go now. It's time to ring Grandma Bobby's cowbell. Here we go. Okay, there's the cowbell.
That's a weak ring. Let's do it again.
Usually you say I ring the darn thing too loud.
Do it with vigor.
My vim and vigor has taken a walk today. All right, here we go. Oh, we've already got a guest there.
Wait.
It looks like Irena's text.
Let me scroll up because, Frank.
Frank Rowe could be in the house and up there somewhere.
We always scroll up because Frank. Oh, no, then couldn't hear you, Gayling says, love you guys, trying to get back on track with listening to your webinar. Yay, Gayling, come every night if you can. We love you. Let's see. Okay, Carmela's the first to make a guess, and she says San Francisco.
San Francisco, the rice-a-roni treat. Toot, toot.
And Frank says, I think that it is Bergen, Norway.
Woo, doggies.
And we have Irena saying, Bergen Hanseatic Wharf in Bergen in winter, Norway, UNESCO World Heritage State.
Plenty of snow on the ground there.
Don Swihart asks, is it in Switzerland?
And I'm enjoying, what am I having?
Rob.
Dried lamb ribs? Rob
is enjoying pinage jot, dried lamb ribs. That sounds good.
Thanks a lot for that, Irena.
Although I find lamb to be gamey for me, so
it is
it's
gamey.
Okay, but
you
not my
can't put
favorite.
enough green mint jelly on that sucker to make it not gamey.
But some people don't notice the gaminess and love lamb,
All right.
Switzerland, that is Sadananda. And Irena said, Lynn is enjoying raspaball. It's potato dumpling.
Now that looks good, the potato dumplings, but high in carbs.
Oh, yeah, I can't eat that. And Irena says, troll creme, Norwegian troll cream dessert. Absolutely yummy. You need to try it. Norwegian troll cream dessert. Oh, that looks really good.
Ollie looks pretty satisfied there.
And Isabel Bailey says, is it Norway? And Patricia Green says, Norway or Switzerland.
And we've got Dawn Swire says, I have no idea. Oh, I've never done 3D. All right.
You got it.
Well, tonight we're going to go down that lane and we're going to see if Mr. Tiazone could show us a finished product.
He will.
Okay.
I think we got all the guesses.
All right. Now, without further ado, if we may, on the count of 3, 2, and 1, we're already there. Why am I saying 3, 2, 1? There's no live stream.
Yeah. No
Okay, we're already on OConnect. All right, here we go. All right, let's, who's doing the Ollie Boy contest tonight?
Chris. No, Mel.
Mel. Okay, Mel, come to the panel. Talk to us.
He'll be there in a second. And let me I'm gonna pin the link in the YouTube channel, especially since that live stream ended quickly, that way people can come to this thing. Let me see if I can pin it. Okay. Alrighty.
All right, all right, all right. Let's lose the presentation board if we may.
Sure.
And we've got our guesses in, and now we're going to look for the one and only Mel Mel.
We just
And
did it.
there's Melanie. All right, Mel Mel, you 3D creator, you. Hello. Hello.
She just got to unmute and turn her video on. Oh, I know why. I got to do this. Look, remember the master video on and master audio. Okay,
Right.
now you can unmute and speak. Sorry.
Go ahead, Mel
I had to
Mel.
enable the master mute and the master mic and master video. Sorry, Mel.
Can't hear her.
Well, she didn't unmute yet.
Oh, well, that's probably why we can't hear her.
Make sure that it's enabled.
These little buttons are so fast, eh? RobLynn, good night. I tried unmuting and it went right back to, yeah. Anyhow, I am going to read. Ollie traveled to Hasiatic Wharf at Bergen, Norway. Bergen is the oldest part of the city. The wharf area was once an important part of the city's trading center, and the wooden buildings in this area are brightly colored. Rob is having pinakjot, dried lamb ribs. Oh, that would be mine. A dish which is time-consuming to prepare. Traditional pinakjot is salted, smoked, and dried for 30 days before it is ready to eat, leaving the meat incredibly flavorsome. Lynn is enjoying raspberry potato dumplings. It is made with flour and well-boiled potatoes that are mashed together to create a ball of starchy goodness. As they are dumplings, some Norwegians eat them with sugar, a syrup, and crispy bacon on the side. Ollie, on the other hand, Ollie boy is enjoying churralcream lingonberry mousse, which is made during the fall when lingonberries grow in the forest. Slightly softer than meringue, it is made from wheat, egg whites, sugar, vanilla, sugar, and lingonberries. And that's all I have for where Ollie has traveled. Wow, he sure has traveled a lot of places, man. I want to follow Ollie. Okay, so that ends the Ollie contest, and I have a few winners. Sorry about that. So the winners are Frank Rowe, as always, first boy, Irina, first girl, Isabel, and Pat Green. That's all I have for the winners, but there's always everyone being a winner in the whole group. So thank you very much all, and thank you, RobLynn. Can't hear you.
See you at community time. Thank you for helping with that contest.
I was smiling anyway.
Okay, thank you.
All right, here we go. We've got a little bit of a presentation for y'all. We'll get started right now. Right now, right here. As we mentioned, it's day 150 out of, 515 consecutive RobLynn lives. We talked about praying for Ash and his family, as well as the tech team, media team, and support staff, as well as Pat Parent, as well as Robin Noble. We've got a few announcements that we're going to make prior to the presentation, if we may. Okay, you've heard these before. Take heed. And pay attention, please. All right, migration without hesitation. You know the drill. Get it done, will you? Sign your NDS, will you? Check.
NDA.
What did I say? NDS?
Uh-huh.
That's Naval Destroyer Service. No. NDA. Sorry about that, kids. NDA. Forget about the NDS. You can't sign it. It's a ship. All right. Get your affiliate link or links. Check out the OES ticker and the O-Founder back office or pop-ups. All right. You want to stay in touch. Things are changing by the day, by the hour, by the minute, by the second. You want to be tuned in. You want to be focused. You want to be alert and ready to rumble. Check out the website. Each new on Monday. It's new every Monday, generally early in the morning. So check it out. Check out the ONPASSIVE YouTube channel. There's new stuff there almost every day. Check out William Nazal's X comments and blogs right there on X. Used to be Twitter, and now it's X. Hop on an OConnect and learn while you earn. What's wrong with that? Learn how to use OConnect. We use it every night, and we're pretty familiar with it. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We'll see if we can answer them. Hop on an OConnect, as we said. Know anyone needing of any help? You know the drill. Helping one helps us all. We are a family. Family. All right. So check out your alternate emails, because that's where the OTP, the one-time password from O-Verify, is going to go to. You want to be able to click on that bad boy and verify. All right. So that's the alternate email. Now, tonight's topic, without further ado, is creating 3D animations. Now, some of you have done this on Facebook. Some of you probably even done it on Twitter before the X days. Some of you probably done it on other social platforms. Well, we're going to talk about, in generalities, a few specifics, but in generalities, what you need to do to get it done. Oh, man. Fascinating and rewarding. That's two adjectives for sure that describe creating 3D animations. Here are a few of the general steps in the process. And when we get finished with our little presentation, we're hoping to have Mr. Tiazone come on and show you a finished 3D product that followed the steps.
Or he'll just show us 3D in general. He'll use his judgment on what to show us, I'm sure. It'll be interesting, whatever he does show us.
All right, here we go. We got 12 points that we'd like to make. First off, conceptualization. You got to define the concept. In other words, you got to tell us what you want your message to be through the animation. Okay, like, for example, before 3D, Walt Disney always had a concept, always had a vision of what he wanted to present to the people. Mm-hmm. That's a oversimplified example, but when it comes to 3D, it's even more important that you have the vision of where you want to go. Storybooking. Storybooking is creating a storyboard and how to plan a sequence of scenes. In other words, with 3D, you're going to have frame after frame after frame after frame, and you want to be able to put those with a storyboard like Walt Disney did back in the day with his cartoons in a sequence. Okay, and that's the way it's done in 3D as well. That's storyboarding. Then there's modeling. Okay, now this isn't walking down the aisle, shaking your tushy, you're modeling the latest fashions, guys and girls. No, this is modeling where software is available. One of the softwares is called Blender. Another is a Maya, and the other is 3D Max. Those are the three biggies, and they are used to create the actual model of what it's going to look like, what the characters look like, what the objects look like, and what the environments are around the 3D presentation. So that end of it's very simple. Then you've got to do what's called texturing. Oh, what in the world is he talking about now? Texturing. Well, you got to apply certain textures to make a more realistic and stylized appearance. In other words, you got to tweak it a little bit. You got to give it a little pizzazz. That's what we call texturing. Okay. If that wasn't enough, we got to do a little bit of rigging. Rigging? Whoa, what are you talking about, Robert? Well, this is where you create a skeleton. In other words, an outline for the characters, which makes it easy to animate.
Okay.
Very simple. It makes it easy to animate because you've got a frame, so to speak, to do that with. That's called rigging. Well, then comes animation, and that involves defining movements, and key frames. In other words, pointing out the important parts of the frames in the 3D. In other words, not just throwing it out there, but making this one's important, 3 more frames down, this one's important. That is what rigging is, okay?
And it makes the images come to life.
They do come to life, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. And that happens through rigging. What is rigging, you ask?
Lighting. You did rigging.
I did rigging?
Yeah, you're on number 7.
Well, then perhaps we should go to animation.
7. You're on 7.
What happened to 6?
You just did number 6, animation.
Oh, my goodness.
So you're
All right.
You're on 7.
All right. Well, thanks for you being attentive and me not knowing what in the heck I'm doing tonight. All right, let's go to lighting. Lighting. Oh, yeah, yeah. Lighting. Bidee. This is the mood where you create the mood of the presentation, whether it's dark because it's maybe dramatic, or whether it's real light and bright because it's sunny outside. That's what lighting is all about. And it creates the actual stage, or how it's presented, how the 3D process presents itself in the atmosphere. Then you got rendering. Now, this isn't like Grandma Mary's rendering the chicken fat. Rendering is part of the process that converts the scene into the frames. In other words, it's part of the rigging process where you take each frame, and you render them. You convert them into individual frames. In other words, it's not just one great big blob. It's an individual frame, just like Walt Disney used to do. He was way ahead of his time back in the 40s and 50s. Then there's post-processing. That's when you can throw the goodies in there. That's when you can have some special effects. You can add some music. You can add colors. You can apply filters. It's the finishing touches, and it makes it really eye-appealing. The post-processing process. Then, if you're not totally satisfied with that, you can edit it. You can edit all the frames, or one of the frames, or 6 of the frames. What do you do with editing? That's where you trim it by using video editing software. And that's available to achieve the final result. Well, then there's sound design. This is where you can throw some sounds in there like yabba dabba doo, or whatever you want to add as far as the sound. And those sound effects add a pretty nice touch, wouldn't you say? It spices it right up. Then what are you going to do with all this? Now you've spent all this time, and it does take time. These things just don't happen off the page. You've got to export. You export it by using the following formats. You can use MP4, which we're familiar with. You can use AVI, which is audio visual, and you can use MOV. So you got 3 choices there, and all of which work just fine. Well, that is our presentation for tonight. And if we could, it seems to me 3D is a technique that creates moving images. That's right, Chris. Well, that wasn't Chris. That's actually Sadananda.
Yes.
All right. He's tuned in for sure.
It creates moving images in a 3-dimensional or 3D environment, giving the illusion that objects are moving.
Enter Walt Disney again. Animation. That's what we do.
So cool.
All right. Now, without further ado, with 52 of you, we'd like to see if Chris is available to throw something up on the screen for us.
He's gonna show it at community time. So are we in community time? We need to have that first.
So we're going to community time where we're going to show the example?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Alrighty, so it is, yeah, it's about time for community time, I think. So what we're going to do is enable the speaker request function. You'll be seeing a new button on the bottom, a new icon. It looks like a person with some waves around it. That is the
Or a
button.
speaker hanging out his ear.
Yeah. So what it is for you to click on that. That tells us that you want to be a speaker. You want to be on the panel. We will accept your request and you will be on the panel in a few seconds. It's really fast. And the topic tonight is 3D animation. But of course, we'll talk about more than just 3D animation. And if we have deaf here, they'll be, and they don't mind, they can teach some signs to us. That would be really nice.
And we'll have a song from John Barilla.
Yes, the song from John Barilla. That'd be great.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get that thing going. Give it a click.
Here we go.
The speaker request link is hereby on. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see who all we've got coming into the panel.
Come on, let me change.
We've got 1, 2 already.
Okay, and the ticker here tells you how to request to become a speaker, right? Read that right here on the ticker. And we've got JJB Tin Man coming in first, John Barilla.
And
Mel. Second, we got Melanie Marcano, who we fondly call Mel. And then we have Chris Tiazon coming right in. Very nice, John. You are fast to come in. Mel is here as always. Hello. Chris Tiazon, and we're gonna make him.
Oh, Chris is a RobLynnLiver. Whoa, look at that, huh?
There he is.
He changed his name. He's a RobLynnLiver. Woo, doggy.
And we have Mohammed Ashraf Ansari coming in.
All right, Mohammed, come on down. We see Carmela Schwartz is in the house, the fire girl.
Please come in. And we have Don
Swihart is here.
Right, very efficient. I love this speaker request function.
It's good stuff. It beats the me program we used to have. And here's Pat Green. Come on down, Pat. Come on, join us. Dorothy.
Very nice. Nice to have each and every one of you here with us. All right, anybody else? Click that speaker.
We already got 7.
Icon.
Come on now. Click on that link. Let's get it up to about 20. That's the way we like it.
And just to let you know, if you haven't experienced being on the panel,
Jake Bodie
coming
to the panel.
If you haven't been on the panel or haven't been much on a panel, it's a great experience because the view you see will be a little bit different than what you see as an attendee. And you can also request to be a co-host. We would be glad to let you be a co-host. Hi, Jake Bodie. You can practice the different buttons you have as a co-host. So feel free to come in and experience that. It's a good way of learning. Carmela's here. It must be chilly. Look at her scarf. Must be pretty darn cold.
She got a sweater on and a scarf.
Yeah, it must be.
Not to be outdone by Nakamoto. Nakamoto had, let's see, she had leggings on. She had.
No, I shoulda, but I had sweatpants.
She had sweatpants on. Who knows what under the sweatpants? And then she had a couple of shirts and a sweatshirt and a hoodie and a beanie. Is that it?
Yep. My hands are freezing. I cannot hear no audio, says Joseph Maras. Can someone write in the chat for him how to enable the mic for attendees?
For audio, yep.
Yeah, help him. I am here, says Jackie. Jackie, you want to come?
Come on, come to the panel. Come to the panel and speak.
The speaker request, you got to click. Okay, come on down. LOL bundled up, says Jean. Yeah, definitely.
Got some bundling up going on. I think John Barilla's probably still bundled up, even though he's got heat now.
I see Cena's here. Hi, Cena, in the chat, that is.
All right, Cena in the chat. There's Mr. Barilla.
And Jillian and Irena are in the chat. Jackie, come. Okay, we got someone requesting, and that is Jackie.
Jackie, coming to the panel. All right.
Jackie's here. All right, who else? Appreciate your mind, Angela Lalande. says Sarananda.
And Gene's telling Joseph, just unmute the mic at the bottom.
Thank
and
you,
he'll be
Gene.
good to go.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, let's see. We're still bringing people on, and as
Hi, Jackie. Can you see me signing? Can you see me signing? You see me? Okay, good.
Jackie. Thanks for being here.
Right, Jackie, yay.
All right, here we go. Here we
Nice
go.
to meet you all. She says, I love you.
All right, let's go to John Barillo. Let's get it started off with a bang.
Yeah. Well, how far back? Okay. Last night, the boiler went down and Super got to it and apparently had a little trouble getting somebody to come quickly. And there was like something with a part, and they finally figured all that out, and they came today, but we just got the heat back about 2 hours ago. So it actually got down to 39 degrees in my apartment in the middle of the night. It was 39 degrees in here. That was pretty cool. It was cold. And then today it was about 42, something like that. But now it's just under 70 degrees because I got the heat on. They fixed the boiler, and I still got my little space heater on because I want it to be as warm as possible. So I'm still wearing my multiple layers because I just still feel a little bit chilled. And I will be singing a song a little later, and it's another request, but I can't remember who requested it. So, but somebody kind of brought this song up, and I just can't remember. I didn't write down who requested it. So I'll be doing that a little bit later. And I think that's all. Oh, and here's my only experience on the topic tonight. But the only experience I have with animated 3D or anything like that is on Facebook. When you become like a top fan or an outstanding fan of something you follow or look at on Facebook, you can put up a little placard, a little banner, and they give you the choice of making it, and they do this with some other photos once in a while, where you can make it 3D. However, with what you were talking about, you do this, you do that, then all you have to do for the thing in Facebook is click make 3D, and they make it 3D. And you have to move whatever you're watching, or you have to move to look at it, or if you're on your phone, you can turn your phone and you'll see where the photo is 3D and it moves around. That's my only experience with 3D. I just thought I'd let you know. And I'll see you later.
A simplified explanation, but that's pretty much what we talked about. There's just a number of steps, and you combined into and spelled it right. Easy, very easy peasy to understand. And I guess Facebook, it can't be too critical of them. They have put people on the map in terms of being able to do those kinds of things. So, but look out, ONPASSIVE is here to save the day. So just stand by for that. All right. Do we have any other hands? Carmela's dancing.
Let me remind you, the topic is 3D animation.
3D animation, and we'll go to Mel. Go ahead, Mel.
John, thank you for bringing that out. Thank you. It's the same. It's very easy. So you go to menu, and you can do it in menu for Reels, and then it gives you step by step. Like it's nothing much. You just choose a picture from your gallery. As you were saying, Rob, the steps that you gave, and then at the end it asks, do you want to do 3D or no? And then you can choose 3D, and then you see that little object, dancing on Facebook. It's moving before you. So it's not hard. It's not like I have to create a 3D. It's just creating it. You just click on yes for 3D. That's all. But you edit, as you said, all the steps you gave, edit first and do all of what you mentioned. And at the end, it asks.
That way you get it just the way you want it. So you do the steps, boom, 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 the first 8 to 10 steps. And then you click on the edit, and that's where you can put the finishing touches on. That's good stuff.
And that's also good. In Flex Clip, the one that I learned on Francis's classroom that day, the 3D, the Flex Clip, it has a lot of options for you to do 3Ds as well. in
So
flex pay.
Select Clip and Facebook are those two. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. Let's go to Pat Green. Dorothy, come in from Kansas. Come in out of that snow, will you?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm not going to get on camera tonight. I'm busy cleaning up my office. My job wants me to get rid of a bunch of papers, so I'm doing it. And so I've found some cookbooks. Oh, to the subject first before I get into that. No, I have never done any 3D animation. It sounds like it'd be fun. Yes, it sounds like a lot of work, but it sounds like it would be something fun to do. As far as I found some cookbooks, actually, they're housekeeper magazines, and they're dated back to 1960. And it has all sorts of different housekeeper hints and recipes and all that stuff in them. And there's a pile. I probably got about 30 of those magazines. I bought it at what they call an antique store or a junk store many, many years ago. And so those are kind of a treasure, something that I'm looking at and doing. But I'm also cleaning up my office, so I apologize for not being able to get on camera. I don't want to scare anybody tonight. I've been working on this for a
That's
while.
okay. You're here. You got your audio cooking, and that's good enough for me.
And I'm definitely listening. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Chris, did you want to give an example of 3D or hold off for a little bit?
Of course, Rob, I heard it early earlier in the attendees room. I'm quite ready to show how to create a 3D in a certain platform,
Go
if
ahead,
you
sir.
may allow.
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm gonna share screen. Uh, Perhaps I'm gonna share the entire screen. For a while, I'll just choose a certain window that is most likely familiar with others.
Canva. That
Uh,
looks familiar.
yeah, thank you for mentioning it, and very observable of you, Rob. Yeah, that's the reason why I showed this first is because it's because you can create 3D animation from here in this platform. Anyway, Canva is mentioned in our own passive blogs. It is not recommended, but is mentioned in certain blog articles in our own passive. So it's okay to mention it, I think, yeah,
Yes.
in our platform. Here, of course, when you open Canva, you can use it for free. But what I'm gonna show you is the a paid version. So observe here on the blue section, I I choose videos, and of course I can here in the second section are the different uh, um, formats you'd like to choose, either mobile, Facebook, Instagram, etc., TikTok, or YouTube video. I would choose here in the video the blank. Then it would by the way, I'm showing the desktop application of Canva. So you can also do this in your in the browser app, of course, if you would like to try it out on your desktop or laptop. So here it is. It showed a blank uh, a blank page. Now I notice the panels on the left. There is design, elements, text. Let us focus on the design. On the design, I can type on the search box 3D videos. 3D videos. It will as a pay as a subscriber of this Canva platform. It gives me those suggestions even with the crown, the pro. So I can use that. So of course you can also use it for free. Just don't choose that crown with pro. So now I choose this one. So then I can apply 19 pages of this, as mentioned by Rob earlier and in his presentation. It gives me a template, of course. So these are examples of 3D, actually. So so it has it applied 19 pages from beginning to end. It also has the sound already and the timeline below, which I'm clicking. So this violet line with the waveform, it gives me the audio already, but I can change it. Uh, so here are examples. I'm gonna play a few seconds of it.
Go ahead.
So this is a sample of 3D. So
Oh,
okay, so I'm gonna show what I already um, downloaded this and uploaded this to YouTube for me to show you later. Okay, so the sound and the words of this, I'm gonna pass it on first to somebody else, Rob.
all right. Sounds good. Thank you for that. And that kind of encapsulates exactly what you do. And now with a platform like Canva, all the steps we talked about are combined. It's just a matter of click, click, and a click, click, and away you go. So that makes it real easy peasy, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. So we went over in general, what it takes to get to a finished product, and using a platform like Canva or any of the other platforms where you can make a video. Easy. All you got to do is click, 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 and away you go. It's good stuff. So, with that all being said, let's go to Pat Green. Dorothy. Dorothy. Dorothy, where are you?
Is she here?
Yeah, she's up here. Unmute there if you can.
Dorothy.
Here I am. Here I am.
All right, go ahead there, Pat.
I apologize. I forgot to put my hand down. But Chris, that was for the paid version of that program, right? To be able to do that?
Yes,
Or is that
paid version. You can do also the free version, but it won't download.
oh okay.
It will prompt you to upgrade.
Approximately how much does that cost? And I can look myself if you
It
don't
is
have time.
different in every region. Mine mine in pesos is 299 pesos. So divided it into 56, which is in a dollar Philippine peso yeah, conversion. I
Ah,
don't know how to convert it into dollars in
I understand. I'm
top of my
sorry.
head.
I just realized he's not in the United States. You know, you need to ask somebody in your own country.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's about 50%. So if you have 100 pesos, it's like 50 US dollars, or maybe it's vice versa. Yeah, 100 pesos is $50 US, I believe.
It
Something.
Is that a year or is that a month?
Oh, I just looked it up. Canva Pro is 119.99 a year, so about 120 bucks a year. So I don't know if what it is monthly. I think it's a little higher per month. You
If
know what
you
I'm
right, it's
saying?
like 14 a month versus maybe 10 if you divided the annual plan by
Yes,
12.
and what I mentioned is monthly.
Ah,
So it's
okay.
Yeah,
kind of
and that's the easiest for most of us. Well, thank you very much, Chris.
So it's about
Thank you,
12.
Chris.
I think 12.99 a month or something like that. Anyway.
Uh,
That's right.
Oh, 14.99 it says. 14.99.
thank you, Lynn and Rob.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Mhm.
ahead and mute myself and put my hand down. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let's see. Jackie's back. All
Hi.
right.
Jackie.
Anyone else want to go for the gold here and put your hand up, or should we go to John Barilla and have our song now? All right. Well, thanks for making that decision for me. Go ahead, John.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything.
Oh, is he gonna sing
He's going to sing.
now?
Yeah,
I think
right
he's
now.
still.
That's
I think
okay.
he's still practicing. Rob. I think I see
Oh,
him moving his
uh-oh.
lips,
He's
practicing with
doing
the
the lip
song.
sync thing. Oh, we don't do that here on RobLynn Live, John.
And I'd like to proceed in sharing the video I uploaded already in
Okay,
Yeah,
good
go
YouTube
deal.
ahead.
channel.
Go
Good. I
ahead.
didn't know if you
So,
needed time for that, but
Take your time.
so those 19 pages templates, not templates. What the template I chose with the 19 pages will be shown here without my edits. So it's purely from Canva. So here it is. Please, if you'd like to hear the audio of this, which is free, which is given to me by Canva as a subscriber. Just click the blue button to unmute. It's just a background music of from Canva. Here it is. Enjoy 3D. It has a story anyway. Time machine existed. I would change a thing. I'm here for a reason. I'm learning and I'm living. I'm taking up space. I love the old and the new. I'm creating my future. I'm walking happily though through. If I could be anywhere now, I'd still choose to be here. I'd pass through all the seasons. I would face every fear. I'm taking up space. I love the old and the new. I'm creating my future. I'm walking happily through. I'll ride every wave. I'll walk happily through. Choose to be here. Choose to push through. That's about it. Thank you very much. That's an example of 3D.
Very nice. Thank you. Okay, let's look at the chat. I want to see if people are commenting about the 3D. Thanks for sharing, Chris. Hold on. I gotta pause the chat. Thanks for sharing, Chris Tiazon. Many great useful tools is Michael Chata. Oh, hi, Surendra. Hi, hi. And I'm just seeing if there's any comments relevant to our topic. I think mostly friend Chris, just to me as magician, thanks sharing. That's from Sadananda. So beautiful, Chris, is Gina Leva. And Michael Chaptis is very nice presentation, Chris Tuzon. And Sadananda says, yes, I would pass through all. Thank you very much for the comments. Now we go to Carmilla. Go ahead, Carmilla.
This 3D animation remind me 50 years ago in Walt Disney. The movies, I was a small child looking in the TV, astonished from the Popeye and Olive. Who remember that? Popeye the Sailor Man. It's beautiful. Yeah, the song also. Popeye the Sailor Man. You remember, John? Can you sing it?
Who? Popeye?
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 Yeah,
I'm
Popeye.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Boop, boop. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I can't remember all the words.
I'm all, I'm
La, la,
also
la,
I'm
la,
also a fan
la,
of
la.
Sailor
Popeye.
Man.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I become a child now.
I'm also a fan of
Is,
Popeye the Sailor Man, the
yeah,
cartoons.
is that a request for one of the other nights? Popeye the Sailor song?
All right. It looks like Carmela so far was the only one with her hand up. It's now down. John, are you ready for the song, or should we? Oh,
Great.
Well,
sorry. There's Greg.
well,
Hold on.
I can go after Greg. I'm ready to sing after Greg. That'd be good.
All right.
Sure.
Go ahead, Mr. Hill.
You're still muted.
Muted, brother. Try it again. Try it again.
Click again. Click.
I think he's singing Popeye the Sailor Man.
We can't hear you.
Unmute.
We can't hear you.
Try it
Good.
now.
Okay, now we can hear you.
I'm strong to the finish because I eat me spinach. I'm
Yeah,
Popeye
I'm
the
strong
Sailor
to, I'm
Man.
strong to the finish because I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Boop, boop. You're right. Yep.
That's all on that one. I really don't. Thanks, Chris, for sharing the Canva piece tonight. It's kind of funny you did that. Yesterday or last night, for some reason, I don't know. I was looking at Canva, and I've been looking at all the people that are doing and using Canva. And for me, it's like another learning experience. It's a very powerful program, but knowing how to use it properly. And the only person I've seen so far that really knows what they're doing with it is Narelle on LinkedIn. She really knows her stuff. And but she's been doing it for quite a while. So I bought the program because I figured, well, what the heck? I'm not going to do the monthly thing. And I've been saving for my own passive business for 4 years. So every little bit that I think I might need or use, I'll use it. And so I purchased it, and I tried a few things on it. And I was like, what did I buy this for? That's because I'm used to what I'm using right now, which is 3 different programs, and I don't get a lot of animation out of it. I have to kind of think out of the box how to use it to get animation from these 3 different products and putting them together. And the one I did today for RobLynnLive was a heart, and the heart was a 3-dimensional heart. And I was trying to bring it in and out and focus on it, but I couldn't do it because I didn't have enough time, and I wanted to get it out before it was too late for the day. So anyway, but it was fun to try to. I did put some 3-dimensional an object into it, and the program that I'd used lots of times, 3D Paint, has 3-dimensional objects you can use in it. It's just a matter of how you use them out of the box, of which they really don't say. They kind of leave that up to you if you're creative, and you can do that. So I like 3-dimensional stuff. I see the power of Canva. And I'm not here to promote Canva, but I would like to sit down for about an hour or 2 with Chris together, and you could some of the learning curve would be released away from me, so I could have a little better use of it. It was $119 for the 1 year, which I have a 30-day free trial. And if I don't like it in 30 days and I don't feel I can do anything with it, I'll just let them have it back. But I'm so used to using the 3 programs that I have now. It's hard to let go of what you've learned. But I'm still learning to do things with that program to make it, these different 3 programs, to make it do stuff in 3 dimensions and animate it as well through these GIFs that I make. So, but the Canva, I figured it would be kind of a good thing because they have a wealth of templates in there and of those kind of things, and you don't have to go along and look for things possibly you want to. There's a picture that I've seen before on something, and then I try to do it, and they say, oh, this is going to cost you the money, or you have to have the license to use it, kind of thing, and they make you go through the whole 9 yards to sign up and blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm not into that. So I create my own, or try to find some that are not licensed. I don't have to have a license on it if I use an object, but I usually try to recreate my own way to do it. So anyway, for me, I'm going to continue on, and I'll use the Canva. Maybe I'll get a little extra help from Brother Chris over there and see what he can come up with, because I know you've got experience in that. There's quite a few tools in that darn thing, and I just want to start basic. And I've watched a couple tutorials already, but it's still not that simple. So yeah. For me, even though I have experience at using this kind of stuff, I just sometimes don't get it. Thick head. Anyway, So thank you. I love you guys. And hello, Carmela. I bet you were pretty happy being on with Ash, weren't you? You sure seem to be. Yes. And Mel, and John, thanks, man. I'm looking forward to your song tonight, and whoever else is here. And those in the back, I always forget to mention. Please come up there. David Lavelle, don't be afraid to show up and come on the panel. We don't bite, and you're a wonderful guy. I just want to meet you in person to start with. Thank you so much for all you do for RobLynn. I'm posting on stuff on LinkedIn back there for me, and I really appreciate that. And I know she does, and Rob does as well. And so anyway, thanks everybody. I'm going to stop for now and let John continue with his singing. Thank you.
All right, I think we're going to go. If we could, John, if you can bear with us one more minute, we're going to go to Miss Swihart. Go ahead, Dawn.
No, I was thinking back. I mean, this is going to age me some, but when they did the 3-dimensional with clay models, I mean, they made figures. I was thinking of something like Gumby and Pokey or those, but you know how they would have to bend them and shape them and take pictures and move them. And I'm thinking how much work they had to go through to create those movies, just using these clay models, and where technology has gone now, where it's incredible. I mean, it hasn't been that many years, but it has. I mean, I look at how old I am now and when they first came out with, doing that with clay models, but it just makes my mind go kind of wild that, it's just what they're doing. But it just made me think of that, how I just can't imagine the patience of forming these clays and changing their positions and then taking a picture and, just how much work they put into it. That's all I wanted to say. But
can I say one thing real quick? Yeah. If you're really looking at animation, and I have been involved in it for actually 3.5 years, the tool out there is called Real Engine 5. That's the real animation tool that's on the market today, but you have to really know your stuff. You can check it out by searching for Real Engine 5, but
in other words, it's not for beginners, right?
Really powerful.
It's not for beginners. It's not for beginners.
No.
Real Engine 5. Oh, okay.
Well, all right. Thank you, Mel. Not Mel. Good job, Rob. Way to moderate. Thank you, Dawn, and thank you to Greg. All right. I think without further ado, I think we better do a song. John, I'm not going to hum along with you because I probably don't know the words, but go ahead.
Okay. You might know some of these words.
Make sure you guys mute while he's singing, okay? Keep yourselves muted. Thank you.
Please. Go ahead, Mr. Barella.
I do remember the Popeye out. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm stronger to finish because I eat my spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Doo, doo, doo. All right, so that's not the song, though. Well, it could be. But so anyway, the other night, we were talking about requests and such. Somebody said, how about Tom Jones? It's not unusual. So I said, oh. And then we talked about Tom Jones, how popular he was, a terrific performer. His first hit was It's Not Unusual. It just really set him off big time. And then I mentioned how when he had his major Las Vegas, I think it happened to him everywhere, but I know he was for a long time. He was in Las Vegas with a big show, and the ladies, they literally did throw their underwear at him up on the stage. And so anyway, anybody wants to throw any underwear at the screen tonight, I'm going to do, may not be as good as Tom Jones, but I'm going to do It's Not Unusual right now. All right. Here we go, hopefully. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone, It's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. It's not unusual.
Well, in the interest of being appropriate, I didn't go get my boxer shorts to throw up there, John. I did think about it. All right. Oh my goodness, I need some therapy fast. All right. Anyone else? Let's see. Oh, we've got, is Jacqueline still here? Did she want to do a sign or two? A couple of a word or a phrase?
Let's see if she'll come back on camera.
Stand by one. We're going to check with our resident sign language person, Miss Jacqueline.
And in the meantime, anybody want to talk?
In the meantime, if anybody wants to talk, or if anybody wants to sing, or anybody wants to throw their underwear up here against the screen, either way is fine. Whatever you want to do.
No?
All right.
Was Frank Rowe going to try again with his Perry Como, or was his reception any better?
He said something earlier today that he was going to try to come on when he came to what do you call that? Straight Talk. He came to Straight Talk today and said he was going to try to come on. So he's in West Virginia in the mountains, so you know the reception may not be just that great there. In fact, it was kind of garbled when he was singing.
Oh, yeah.
So, but let's go to Mel. She has her hand up. Mel.
Oh, I was just going to say thank you. Thanks to AI, because it's AI that moved the pieces for us. So thanks to AI, it makes it so much easier. You don't have to lift a finger. You just have to press the features, the buttons, and then there goes. That's it. So AI makes life simpler for everybody. That's all. Thank you.
And if you notice, here at OnPassive, nobody lost their job over AI. They're hiring people. So what Ash said about AI and about what's going to happen with AI and machine learning is absolutely true. More people are needed to develop what's going on with AI. So it's good stuff. Good stuff AI is. So
Frank is coming in.
Frank Rowe is coming in with Perry Como. Here we go. Frank, do you copy?
Hope his sound is good tonight.
Mr. Rowe.
Can you turn your video on too?
Go ahead, Frank.
It's already in use. It's the way it done the last time.
Oh, that's much better.
It's already. Yeah, I got good sound.
Okay, you don't have to do that.
The video.
Well, let's leave the video off because that will have an effect on the sound. So go ahead and give us a little Perry Como, would you?
All right, let me get started. Let's see.
All right. Thank you, Frank. And that it did work a lot better without the picture on. So thank you, Perry.
Yeah, it actually did. I'm glad it did because I didn't know if it was or not.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Frank. We'll hope you'll stick around.
I remember the last time that I was on there when I did get my video. The last time I was on there, I clicked on the chat button there and I just froze. And if you remember, I sat there froze. It actually looks like everybody else is froze when you do that. When you're looking at it, you're looking at everybody froze, but actually I'm froze.
Yeah, well, you sound a lot better tonight,
I don't
Frank.
know. Well, I'm glad. I hope y'all like it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, did you know, everybody? Thank you, Frank. But Perry Como was a barber before he was a singer. You know that? Yeah. I just thought of that.
I didn't know, Don. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I'll try to do another one another night.
All right. So,
oh, and here, someone else is coming in. My daddy.
All right. Well, we're due to technical difficulties, we're not going to do it tonight. However, we'll be back with more sign language interpretation. Sign language teaching, learning. Right. Another night.
Let's do a picture.
So if we could, we'd like to do a picture. You know the drill. Action photo, of course. And let's see, Pat, if you can come back on screen, and Juanita, if you could, and Mohammed, and Frank, if you could come on, you can mute yourself, and maybe the video would be okay. We'd like to get you in the picture, since you were first boy tonight.
Really?
Well, I made a request to record, and it said my video is already in use. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Try undoing it and see what happens, if we can see it.
Who else? Mohammed Ashraf, Madadi, and Juanita doesn't want to be on the camera. Pat Green, you want to be in the picture, Pat?
No, I think I'll pass tonight. Thank you for asking, though.
All right.
I will plan on being on it tomorrow night, though.
Okay.
I'm still cleaning and stuff, so sorry.
All right.
No, not at all.
No problem.
Well, heck, I'm going to get my picture taken, and I didn't even get a shower today because I didn't have any hot water. I'm not ashamed.
Okay.
Well, I guess if I can throw my underwear up on stage, John can be without a shower. Good.
All righty. Are you guys ready?
All right, here we go.
We're going to count to 3. And facial expressions, signs, gestures, whatever. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, now.
All right. That's a good one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody there. We have one more person wanting to come on. Let's see who that is.
Let me see.
I'm guessing it's probably Pedro. We'll see in a minute, though.
2 seconds.
I'll give you 2 seconds. How's that?
Okay. Here we go.
And?
It is Pedro.
Oh, do I know my participants or what? All right. Pedro, come in and speak to us, brother.
Where is he?
He's bottom. He's at the
Oh,
bottom.
there he is. Okay.
Go ahead and unmute Pedro and uncamera.
Maybe it's having trouble with unmuting.
I don't know. Pedro, if you can hear us, try to unmute. There he is.
Hey, is that another thing?
Okay.
That is Donald, Muscle Man.
Who's it?
Probably DL, maybe?
Oh.
Yes, hello.
Hello. How you
Hello,
doing,
everyone.
Pedro? Welcome, welcome.
Doing good. Yeah, it seems to be that I missed the whole action. I didn't. I was listening. Thank you, John. Good song. Tom Jones. Yeah, all times. Of course, Frank too. Frank didn't have much of a music in the background. It was kind of hard to hear, but thank you for animating the show. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the information about 3D animation. I need to learn how to do. I've been paying for what is the program that probably has 3D. I'm telling you, I just had it in my mind. I've been paying for a program that I think it has 3D. I'm gonna check it out. Otherwise, I will have to buy what Tioson was suggesting, because we need to get into this and learn how to do animation, whatever, to promote ourselves. Appreciate everybody's participation. I just missed the picture.
No, he's muted.
He is now.
He's been muted since he came in. All right, so we're is Pedro finished? Donald, did you want to say something? Donald? Hi, Donald. Donald, are you there? Hi, Madani. Okay, I'm going to mute you, Donald. Okay, it's very noisy. Okay, so let's do a quick picture before.
Thank you again.
One more picture.
Thank you,
Everybody,
Pedro.
let's do a picture. More people joined, so I want to do a picture.
Okay.
I'll count 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I'm going to count 1.
All right, here we go. What now?
You just pushed me out of the frame just now.
Ready.
Sorry. Overzealous. Sorry.
Okay. Are you guys ready? I will count 1, 2, 3, and take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Now. Okay. And it looks like Donald wants to speak. Donald, that's fine. You go ahead and unmute yourself and speak. Donald.
Donald, if you can hear us, go ahead and unmute yourself and talk to us.
Hi.
Donald.
Donald, are you deaf or hearing? Deaf? Hearing? Donald? Hi. Can you hear? Are you hearing or are you deaf? Are you deaf? Can't tell if he's hearing or deaf. Are you deaf? Deaf? I think he's deaf, right? Are you guys guessing he's deaf? Deaf. You want to sign? Sign?
He can't. He's not looking at me.
Hello? Maybe I'll put myself on the side view. Let me put him on mute. Hi, Donald. Are you hearing or deaf? Let me know. Let's see what it says. He's deaf. Oh, okay, deaf. All right. Okay, thank you. Jackie says he's deaf. Okay, so where is he? There he is. Maybe I gotta.
Here he is.
You see me? You see me? You want to say, yes, you can sign. I know sign. Sign language, fine. Go ahead, sign. I don't know if he can see me. That's the issue, right? Because, okay, well, Jackie, can he see me? I don't know if he can see me. He's not responding. So, you try, talk to him. Jackie.
Yeah, she's responding. She said yes, I think.
No, I'm trying to get a hold of Donald, not Jackie. Jackie sees me. don't know if yeah, fully deaf. Yes, but I'm trying to get Donald to sign to me. He knows sign, right? But he's not signing. He's just, I don't know. We try. No, but Donald. Anyway, I don't want to hold everybody. So, nice to meet you, Donald. Maybe tomorrow you can line to us. You can talk with us tomorrow because you're not responding to
Jacqueline is trying to tell you something, Lynn.
Okay.
Jack is trying to tell you something.
He's not ready yet. I don't have CC tonight. Later on, she'll do it when she can get the CC to work. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to talk to Donald. Deaf, right? But I'll try again another time. Another fail tonight. Okay, we're gonna say this is loving to everyone.
Madadi has got his hand up.
Okay, go ahead, Madadi. Bye, Jackie. Bye.
Go ahead and unmute, Madadi.
Unmute, Madadi. I don't know if did he want to speak or he was just saying hi. Madadi, if you want to speak, click unmute so we can hear you.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Go ahead,
Hello.
Madadi.
Welcome.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, madam. I'm question egg. Hello, madam.
Yes.
Question egg. Question, madam. Hello.
English. We know English.
हिंदी में है.
No
Hindi.
हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन कोई नहीं है उधर. ट्रांसलेशन वाला.
No, not yet. Soon, later, yes, later.
Late.
But nice to see you.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
मेरे के एक क्वेश्चन है मैडम. डाउट है एक. Okay. Lovely.
Lovely.
No, it's a heart, right? Heart. Lots of
Right.
love.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. Are we good? Any last words before we go?
Can I tell a Popeye story? Short.
Sure, go ahead, John.
What the reason I didn't remember the words at first, but the reason why I remembered them so well once Greg kind of threw a couple words at me is that when I was a little boy, and we're talking 3 years old, I didn't want to eat my spinach. So my mom and my dad would use the Sunday funny papers, and because Popeye was very popular in the funnies, wasn't on TV so much yet then, 1951 or whatever it was. But in the funny papers, I loved Popeye, but I didn't like spinach. I must not have related the two things. So my parents, when we would have spinach, they would bring the Sunday funny papers out, put it down next to me on the table, and they would read the funny paper and they'd point to it and they'd say, Popeye, spinach, strong, eat your spinach, Johnny. And then I started eating my spinach and I grew to love spinach. I love spinach. And also I found out when I had my kidney stones 3 years ago and had to have surgery, had to have my kidney stones removed. My doctor told me there's several vegetables that are not the best for you because it builds up a thing called calcium. I forget the last part of it, but a certain thing. And she said, you shouldn't eat so much spinach. So after all those years, it finally caught up to me. So I hardly ever eat spinach now. And I love spinach because my parents taught me to love spinach.
How about some Brussels sprouts?
Nice like that.
No, I don't mind Brussels sprouts, but I don't know how dangerous they are. There's a lot of vegetables that you don't realize they have this certain chemical that causes plaque to build up in your kidneys, and that's not great. So you should eat less of those than you do of the ones that are safer. What am I talking about that for? Anyway, sorry.
So Donald unmuted.
Hello.
Oh, go ahead, Donald.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you can hear me, huh? The Popeye spinach guy. Can RobLynn hear?
We can hear you loud and clear. Yes. Lynn was signing.
This is really getting kind of weird, isn't it?
Yes. Can you hear okay?
I'll just wave. I just want to say hi anyway.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Don Nucky from Oakland, Washington.
Oh.
And I've been on a few times.
I don't know.
Oh, my neighbor.
How come?
Well, I'm up north in the San Juan Islands, so you're my neighbor.
Well, that's kind of distant, neighbor. Yeah, but good. Yeah, I've been up cruising up there fishing many times.
Oh, yeah. Good place to fish.
I can tell you fish stories.
Yeah, so could I.
But you could too, huh?
Oh, yeah. I got a few. I got a few fishing the southeast of Alaska, Ketchikan off of Noyes Island on a 63-foot fish handle. I fished here in the
Never been to Alaska. Never been to Alaska.
Oh, you got to do that on your punch list.
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead and give somebody else a mic.
Well, hey, Donald, thanks for coming on. Lynn was signing to you because she thought you were,
thought you were
deaf. So she's signing.
I'm still not crossed off.
I thought you were deaf.
So thanks for coming on. We hope you'll come back again as soon as you can. Please. Thanks for being here, brother. And let's go to Pedro Estrada.
Here we are.
All right, Pedro, go ahead, brother.
Thank you, Rob. I just maybe Tio's son is acquainted with Adobe Acrobat. But that's the program that I've been paying for. I haven't been using it. I used to use it in the past. I think it has 3D. I just haven't tapped into it. But now that you gave good information about it and how it can be used, probably I will try to get into it. Maybe you can elaborate on Adobe Acrobat so everybody knows. It's a good program, but I don't know if it does. I think it does 3D. I remember seeing it. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that I want to ask Dawn to tell us whether eating too much spinach is bad or not, or what is the best approach to do it. I love spinach myself.
Well, it's just that I wish I could think of the whole name. It's calcium oscillate or something like that. It depends upon the percentage of that particular thing. If you look at different vegetables, you can actually look up and see what vegetables have the higher percentages. And for whatever reason, spinach, it's really high. So some other vegetable, it's real low, or one's kind of in the middle, and they're all fine to eat, and you can eat spinach, but all that tells you is the higher that number is, maybe you shouldn't eat as much of that particular vegetable because it can build up it causes plaque to build up in your kidneys, which then creates kidney stones. So, I mean, I'm going to look up the name of that. I forget I'll have to come back with the name of that, what it builds up. But yeah, it's fine to eat spinach, but she just meant that the fact that it's so high in this one chemical, I should just cut down a little bit on the spinach. You know.
All right.
Thank
Don,
you.
let's,
Thank you. What is
thank
your
you.
take on that, Don?
Thank you, John Barilla, for telling me that, because I like very much spinach. Now I eat less.
I love spinach, and I've been eating a lot less of it, but I really like spinach now. I don't know what
Just drink lemon water. Put some lemon in your water, and that helps break it down. That'll
There
do
you
it.
go.
Thank you, Don.
Spinach up there, John. Spinach up. Lemon water.
Yeah, I think it's calcium oxalate, maybe calcium oxalate. I got to look it up.
But the lemon water will
Thank you,
help break
Don.
it up.
All right, good stuff, and thank you for that, Dawn, very much. And let's go to Latoya. We'll probably wrap up with Latoya. Go ahead, Latoya.
Hi there, everybody. Thank you so much. So I was listening in, but I had to come to my phone because I was listening and I heard that Donald mentioned he was somewhere in Washington State, and then somebody else mentioned they were in San Juan Island. I'm on the peninsula, right? I'm right there in Gorst, where the little V curve happens in Washington State. So I just wanted to know, who are those folks? I know Donald, and I was the one going to ask Donald where exactly in Washington you are, and then I kind of know where San Juan Islands are, but I don't know who said that. So if you don't mind, just so I know who my neighbors are too.
Greg Hill is in San Juan Island.
Okay, alrighty, cool. And then Donald, could you tell me where you are? Because I'm not originally from here. I've only lived here for a few years. I'm originally from Tennessee, but I know there's one founder that I've talked to up here. He lives in Bellevue, near Seattle. So Donald, where did you say you were from, or where you're living?
I think he said Hoquiam.
Gotta unmute.
Hoquiam?
Click the unmute. Unmute. I can unmute. I'll unmute you.
Greg, say that again, because it sounds familiar, but I hadn't. It's ringing a bell a bit.
I believe he said Hoquiam.
He's unmuted.
Hoquiam. Oh, okay. Huh.
You gotta unmute.
Yeah, Donald's having trouble. Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks for hopping on board, Latoya. We appreciate you.
All right, and we're trying to get Donald to unmute.
Donald, can you unmute? Can you hear us? Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Donald.
There we go.
There you go.
Hoquiam is next to Aberdeen by Ocean Shores.
Latoya.
Yes, I've heard of Aberdeen. Yes, I've heard of Aberdeen. Ocean Shores sounds familiar, but okay. What part of the state is that? Because I know I'm on the west side of the state.
Southwest.
Southwest. Okay, yeah. So yes. So close to Oregon then?
Yeah, kind of. It's still a couple 100 miles north of there. If you find Grace Harbor, it's a big indent. That's where Hoquiam and Aberdeen are.
Yeah, okay. Yes, now it's ringing a bell. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We got Washington State covered now. 3 people from Washington State. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to. Did you want to say something else, Greg? Go ahead.
One quick thing, just to kind of as a substitute for John or anybody that's into spinach. I have kidney stones too, but I don't think it was from spinach. Might have been from too much milk. One thing I wouldn't say is, and this is maybe for Mel Milk, because she probably knows, but I really love collard greens. Those are really, really good. And they're kind of a spinach way, but they have a little more flavor than spinach. And there's many times I go to the Safeway and I buy it's a box of spinach and I'll eat it raw, just leave it in the refrigerator and chunk it in there. And because I like it raw, I don't really care for it mushy and cooked. Now, collard greens, I enjoy mushy and cooked. That's all. Love you guys, everybody here. Thank you so much for checking us out, Donald.
Yes, you bet. It's a pleasure to be here.
I hope you'll join us more often, Donald. Come on down to the panel.
Good plan. Good plan.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
All right. You have a great Day 2. DL, did you want to throw something here on the table? And Mel. Let's go to Mel. Let me go to Mel first, please. I didn't see your hand, Mel. Go ahead.
Thank you. In the one thing I think with the greens is there's a vein, and people forget to peel that vein off because it's very stiff on your bowels. You know, the spinach have the divider, right? And then the collard green and all these other greens. So if you don't peel off the veins and you eat that, it churns. It stays as a bulk in your stomach, and that's hard on your bowels. So it's better to peel out that vein before you use it, whether it's steam or eat raw and all of that, because that is the part that is the hardest on your bowels, believe it or not. I just wanted to know.
Oh.
Yeah, the top part of it, they call it the vein, so it's better to peel it out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No spinach vein for me then. My bowels need tender loving care. All right.
I think as we get older, it gets that
You see
way.
what an important contribution I've made by telling my spinach story?
Yes.
Oh yeah, drag me right into TMI. Yeah. All right. Well, at least we're having a good time. We're all smiling. That's all good. Let's see. I don't see any other hands. So we're going to call it a night. Let me say what's going on tomorrow, if I may. It's already tomorrow. No, it's today. Oh, no. In India, it's tomorrow already. Monday in India. 10 a.m. We're looking for... it may just be Marty tomorrow. I spoke to Chris. He may not come on because he may be driving over to his cousin's house in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. But it's still going to be live with Marty. It may be live with Marty and Chris. Red will be on with Monday Fun Day, from what we're told. And then at 12 noon, from what I'm told, the executive producer here said Straight Talk will be on at noon. And then the rest of the day, we're not sure because there's nothing posted yet in the back office. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time, another edition of RobLynn Live and Ali.
The Wonder Dog.
True. And now we have a couple of hands up. So let's go over to DL. Go ahead, DL. Sorry about that.
That's okay, Rob. Thanks. I just wanted to say about 3D animation. It really took off with the from the creators of the Pixar's. Actually, it really took off with the in 1995 with Toy Story. That's where it really got its jump. But when it really hit its zenith was with Avatar in 2009, which, by the way, is the most revenue creating a movie ever, actually, is Avatar. So and also I just wanted to say too, I'll make this quick, that P&G webinar last night was excellent. I really appreciate that. And that Nancy Yagami is one special woman. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Agree with you 100%. And
She is a fireball. My gosh.
she is a fireball. She's a pastor as well. And she can send a message out there. And she did last night big time.
Yeah.
And she'll be back. I hope we'll be back if we're asked to, but it was a special night to have 1,877 people on that webinar was incredible when we used to have 160 or 180 or 210. So it was good stuff.
Yeah.
The showing was good. The comments by everybody were from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was the Papua New Guinea people or whether it was Lynn or myself, we all spoke from the heart, and that was good stuff, DL.
Very nice.
Good stuff. And oh, I see. Okay, Latoya, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So thank you for extending the show just a little bit, because I went back to wash dishes and I was like, oh, I forgot to tell Rob. I heard your attempt to recreate the woo this morning. I couldn't respond back. Well, you tried it, you know. And really, in all honesty, if anybody can execute an authentic Nature Boy Ric Flair woo, there's no cancellation enough that would save our eardrums from that. So it's probably better off.
My son, who wrestled Ted, who wrestled professionally, does a really good Ric Flair, and
I bet.
he's done it with Ric Flair. I'll see if I can get a recording of that if he'll send me something on the phone. So
Well, I just, Ric Flair was around the time I was probably like middle school, high school. And this is, we would literally just be walking around school and the boys in the school just be wooing everywhere, just woo, woo. It was, but you can't help yourself. You just feel it and it just comes out and you just have to do it. So I heard it a lot too. So I understand what Teddy's got going on. We used to hear it a lot too.
Oh, I've been in a business meeting, and all of a sudden with Ted, and all of a sudden he comes out with a woo, and I'm thinking, are you kidding me, Ted? So yeah, that's something. It's like the RobLynnLive theme song. It's kind of catchy. So thank you, John.
Very much so. Yeah, very much so. Keep trying though, Rob. You can do it. You can do it.
I'm not going to do it tonight because I already tried it once and I bombed out. So I'll try it again one of these nights. All right. No other hands. So tomorrow, I mentioned what's going on. 10 a.m. Look for Marty, Live with Marty, and maybe Chris, depending on whether he's driving or not. And then at 11 will be Red as usual on Monday Fun Day with Jane. Noon will be Lynn and myself doing another talk. And then I don't know about anything in the afternoon just yet. It hadn't been posted yet. And then at night, we know we'll be here. Excuse me, at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Thanks for being here.
And I want to say one thing. If there's anybody who wants to volunteer to stay on the panel, but yet monitor the chat, that's something that's the host is really, it's hard for us to monitor the chat while we're monitoring the whole webinar and taking pictures and keeping track of this, people coming in, all of that. There's so many things you do as a host. So if anybody is inclined to volunteer to at least look at the chat and then share with us some of the significant comments, that would be a really nice service to our webinar. But so far, nobody's volunteered, and I understand why, because you want to just focus on the panel and be able to do your own thing. So I get it. But if anybody feels inclined to do that, it would really help. Good job, Lynn, says Greg. Thank you, Greg. Thanks for the compliment. We appreciate it.
And the chat, we're very grateful to the chat because there's always like 45, 50 people, 60 people in the chat through the whole program. Yeah. So we're very grateful for those who don't come on the panel. We just want to know what you said and what
typed in well done, RobLynn.
Yeah,
and what John's going to sing.
I got the mouse there already. Well done, RobLynn.
Oh, it's coming from DL.
Okay.
Sorry. I was saying, thank you, Greg Hill, for all the wonderful gifts. And that comes from Michael Chatta.
Michael Chatta. So he's an artist just like you,
and he
Greg.
Appreciates your work. I know
appreciates your work.
Thank you very much, Michael, for acknowledging that.
And we do too. Big time.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I'll say salute to all veterans of all countries. There's a salute. And a salute to any active duty military around the world. And please, let's have a little peace in this world. Thank you.
All right. And I am saving the chat so everybody knows I didn't forget. Saving it now.
Save the chat, will you?
Yeah, saving the chat. And we want to say bye-bye. And we'll see you tomorrow at Straight
Saving
Talk.
the chat. Lee, don't forget.
I just said I did. It's funny. Okay, bye, you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Good afternoon and good evening.
Good night, everybody. Love y'all.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.